for that. Yeah. So, this is not a joke. I mean, okay, I get to just talk about my kids sometimes. That's what you get to do when you're a parent. So my son is 6 now. And, okay, this is an example of, it starts out kind of cute funny, like kid funny, and then in the end it turns like searingly dark, brilliantly funny, I think. Tell me what you think. So my son's 6, we're sitting on the couch, and we have dogs, and he farts, right? And then he's like, who farted? And I go, I don't know. And he goes, the dogs. I'm like, yeah, those dumb dogs like that. A couple minutes pass, and he goes, it was me, Mom. And I start laughing, and I'm like, buddy, that's pretty funny. And I'm laughing, and he looks at me, and he goes, don't laugh, Mom. And I was like, what? That was really funny, buddy. And he goes, Mom, don't laugh at me, or I'll tell God to kill you.
Comedian, actress Mary Lynn Rajskub started out on Mr. Show and went on to huge roles on shows like 24 and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, The Dropout, and many more. Now she has a collection of funny essays in the book Famish, My Life at the Edge of Stardom. So nice to have you here.
So nice to be here. I just laughed at my own joke. I forgot about that. I was like, where is she going with this?
It was hilarious.
That was a while ago.
How can
he
you
is
not?
13 now, that 6-year-old. Yes.
What church do you guys go to?
Well, thank you for that. He learned all he needed to know about God from the mummy ride at Universal. Well, when the mummy says, your soul is mine, I said,
yeah, okay.
do you still have a soul? And that was the extent of our conversation. That went deep fast, guys. That went somewhere.
It was a little dark. Now, it's funny.
It is Easter weekend.
Right. People either know you from stand-up or from these roles that you've seen in 24 and all these movies. That's how I know you. And they might not even know that you've been doing stand-up for years. That's how it started.
Yes, that's how it all started. And then 24, of course, was the biggest recognizable, you know, when I entered on that show, it was a huge success. Yeah. And after that, it was like, you're a dramatic actress.
Yeah. So which do you like better? You're still obviously touring as a comedian.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that compares to the connection that you have live. I'll be honest, acting is a cushier job, for sure. You know, you have snacks, you have drinks, and stand up, you're out there on your own.
It's all about the craft services, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. How life-changing is that? I'm still such a 24 fan. I was obsessed with that show. And your character in particular, I mean,
thank you. Yeah,
does it completely change the way you live?
Very much. It changes the way I live. I think I talk about that a bunch in the book. But one of the things was I didn't realize until 3 years into being a regular on that show. I said, okay, I guess I'm a professional actor now, because you're so used to things not working out or having low expectations. But I write about that in the book too. Even when you get great success, you know, being on 24 was something I never imagined, and then you realize it's not what it's cracked up to be. So that's why it says My Life at the Edge of Stardom. It's about having these really amazing experiences and then keeping it real at the same time. Like, I remember being invited to the Golden Globes, which is amazing, so fancy, but only given one ticket. You know, it's like, I don't get a +1, and then not being seated by my coworkers. So I'm seated by myself, and it takes something that's so amazing, and it is, and then it's like, okay, it's not what I expected it to be. And that carries throughout personal stories in life that we all can relate to, whether it's like marriage, divorce, even that joke with my kid. It's like, whoa, where that took a turn, you know?
But do you worry if you become too famous, then you can't leave the house? If you're Julia Roberts, you're stuck.
I think she's okay. I'd be okay with that.
You're all right
actually.
with it? Okay.
Yeah, just a big enough house that you get lost and then you start over again. You're just going back and forth. That would be all right with me.
Are you constantly looking for something to push the envelope a little bit? Because, I mean, just the variety of different kinds of things that you do. First of all, just being on Mr. Show, is like one of the greatest shows of all time, I think.
gosh,
But
look at you,
these
comedy
dramatic
fan.
things, I am a fan of like the things you've done. But your versatility in particular, are you just constantly looking to challenge yourself in a new way?
I guess so. Now that you
Yeah.
say that, I think you're right. And thank you for saying that. That makes me feel
Happy
good.
to analyze you if I possibly can.
Yes, because I do like to be uncomfortable, and I think that's part of comedy and going out into these rooms where people may or may not know me. Sometimes people are fans, and that's really nice, and sometimes people are going, well, why should I care? And it is a challenge to find things that relate to people and that we all can connect on, and that's the joy of that.
I find it interesting because we all know you, and so you're calling yourself on the edge of fame, but we think of you as being famous. So are you talking about those times, like after 24 ends, maybe you have a year before the next big thing happens? Or is that what it is?
Absolutely. And that's kind of where the book came from, too,
Okay.
is because, you know, after 24, there was a long break where I was mom and wife and, yeah, or sometimes you get a big job and then it's not as big as you thought it was, and you're, you know, hanging out in a laundromat. Well, there's a whole chapter about my love of laundromats, you know. So
Really?
it's all about like the high and the low for me, and you know how we find our humanity in that.
What is the love of laundromats?
I don't know. It's just very comforting to me. It means I have a day off. It means, like, when you have to do your laundry, you have to just give into it. It's like, well, it's laundry day. I guess I'm going to sit here
And it might be the
maybe get
greatest-
something from a vending machine
Right.
because I'm at the laundromat.
Yeah,
And
and
then I'm
it-
going to take a long walk and I'm just going to space out. And then I'm going to tell everybody I'm working, but really I'm at the laundromat.
Laundromat, yeah.
And no one has to know. It's just our secret.
I
Me.
think the greatest people watching in the world at a laundromat.
I really do love it.
Yeah.
You got to get your quarters and you just have to sit there. What can you do?
Nothing to be done.
It's like a free pass to sit there and do nothing.
That
which
is
my
right.
favorite.
So did you take thespian lessons? Was that a thing? Or are you winging it? Are you fooling us all?
Hey, let me know where the thespian lessons
Thespian
are.
lessons
I'd
are.
like to join up. I'd like to sign up. I love that term.
No Yale
Number
Drama
one.
School?
I did acting as a kid in community theater, and then I did it in high school. That's all I wanted to do. And then I went to school for painting because I didn't want to go to school for acting. So
I
yeah,
do
we
find
just-
that most comedians are really good at making that turn into dramatic acting. Maybe not the opposite. Not many dramatic actors can be funny. You know what I mean? Do you find that to be true?
Maybe. I will say I don't like to be around people that take themselves too seriously. I'll say that.
That is the truth. And the book is famous, and there's a comedy tour. Check it out tonight and tomorrow at the Comedy Shrine in Aurora. Also, Catcher in Peoria next weekend at the Jukebox Comedy. So great to meet you.
So nice to be here. You
Thanks
guys
for
made my
coming
day.
in.
Thank you
We
very
have
much.
a very nice laundromat right down the street if you'd like. I'll be happy to
My
take you over there.
dream.
after the
Just drop me off.
show. Yeah, gotta do it.
Thanks so much.